the male counterparts don't.
Total Touch Cargo Limited is a freight forwarding company founded by Dutch flour growers over 20 years ago. The cargo company, which exports fresh produce to the Netherlands, has since evolved and recorded significant growth. On this episode of My Market Story, Esther Diana looks at how the freight forwarding business survived the tides of global disruptions.
The disruption of the global supply chain by factors such as the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine war has been a major blow to the world economies. This has affected bilateral trade, and as a result, the global logistics have been adversely affected, leading to expensive freight charges, low capacity for export, and shortage of containers at the ports. However, Total Touch, a global logistics company exporting fresh produce that has navigated through these challenges, says the industry has evolved in a big way.
Carrying fresh produce from Kenya to the Netherlands. And this was mainly because now in the Netherlands you have auctions there, you have big auctions. So all these flowers, as growers, they were taking them to the auction, and then from the auction now the flowers could sell from the auction directly. But over time, things have changed. Back then, it was auction mainly, but now as the industry keeps on going, we had people wanting to sell their flowers directly to their clients. So from the auction, there are some people who decided to move to direct sales. So they could talk to their clients, and the clients would say, you can send the flowers directly to me. So we have the auction bit of it, and then we have direct sales, whereby now a farmer can can come and talk to their client and decide now, instead of going through the auction, I will just send my flowers directly to you. People are trying to save costs, okay? So in the attempt to save costs, they come together again and do something called a consolidation. So we've grown from direct auction to direct sales, and then now to consolidation, which is also sometimes direct to the clients.
Netherlands is one of Kenya's leading flower export destination, together with countries such as Germany, the UK, and other European nations. But owing to the ongoing war, exports to Russia has dipped, forcing exporters to seek alternative markets for their produce, with countries such as the Democratic Republic of Congo offering the alternative despite also being affected by insufficient capacity.
DRC now we were sending to Kinshasa, yeah, and to Kinshasa just pre-COVID, and then after COVID happened, there were issues that were happening left, right, and center with the wars and air freight not being able to go there, and so finding capacity to go to DRC Congo became a bit of a problem, yeah. Because most of the airlines either they could not go or they were not able to offer that capacity at that time. Okay, we are able to book capacity at least 3 times a week, flying from Nairobi direct to Congo, and that somehow was good to our clients, because now from our clients' perspective, we are saying, if you fly 2 hours, bring me the flowers directly, I'm able to either distribute them locally at Goma or even transport them to other parts of Congo. Actually, African carriers that take flowers to DRC, you find the rates that they offer within Africa destination are higher than what they take to Europe, for example.
According to Total Touch, the biggest challenge from the onset of the pandemic was getting capacity owing to airlines operating small aircraft with minimal room for dry cargo. Another challenge was the airline's inability to operate as scheduled due to airport closures.
So during that time, I find we could not offer the capacity, because now you see us, we are like the middleman between now the farmers and the airline. Then you have a bit of a challenge there. But luckily, we were able to go through it. We had to dig back into our pockets so that at least during that time, no employee salary was degraded or no employee was fired during that time.
According to data by Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, the earnings from the export of horticultural produce recorded a steady increase in the period ending 2021 from 2017. Under the review period, the volume of exports also increased, except in 2020 where a drastic drop was recorded as a result of the COVID-19 effect on the global supply chains. Despite the growth in the sector, industry players have argued that the industry continues to suffer from high cost of doing business. This is even as the advantage of the weakening shilling is being felt across board. In 2021, the sector exported cut flowers worth 110.8 billion shillings, fruits were worth 18.4 billion shillings, and vegetables were valued at 28.5 billion shillings. This amounted to a total industry export earning of 157.7 billion shillings.
This new normal which we have now, clients are adapting to it. And the way they're adapting to it, it makes us now have something which is a bit structural, knowing that now we have this amount of capacity, and we have this is what our clients require, and this is what we can produce. So during that disruption, especially the one that happened in North America, that the ship could not come and was stuck, and thousands of containers got stuck there, we got more demand. Since now, if the clients are not able to get the produce through the sea freight, they come to air freight to look for solutions.
Europe, which is one of Kenya's leading export destination, has been faced with high costs of energy, as well as the effect of the rising global inflation.
The energy prices have risen high. So if the energy prices have risen high, the Europeans who normally take huge amounts of flowers, they'd rather, instead of buying flowers to keep their house warm, lively, they have to make sure they bring that down because it's a luxury, compared to the heat which they need more. Over these years that we've had, the industry is always changing. Sometimes it is too much capacity, less cargo, that brings the rate down.
Statistics show that the export of fresh produce such as cut flowers are still on the rise. However, industry sources argue that the benefit is not felt home because flower farmers still have to deal with high cost of farm inputs, a total of about 45 levies on top of the pending value-added refunds. For KTN News, I'm Ndombi Esther Diana.
All right, and now we get to our